if my diaphragm's strong enough that I can get off the vent, that'll change my life dramatically.
Just try to cough. I was hoping that we'd find some response from the diaphragm when we stimulated the nerve. We didn't. The reason may be that you may have just a few units there that are very small to the point that we may not record them on the screen. We don't know whether that's the case or not.
Right.
So that's what we found. I didn't have to tell you what about.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Having the potential opportunity of coming off the ventilator is just so big that, this is really a crushing blow. And I think everything he's saying, it's just going to keep going like that.
Okay, well, my immediate concern is what to do.
You want to get out?
What to do to
You want to get out?
start to get some diaphragm strength back.
Okay.
I mean, is that breathing technique that I'm using wrong? Is that not?
No, it's not wrong.
Is that not working the diaphragm?
No. Don't rely too much on negative data. The fact that this is negative, we can't interpret that. So we need to look at the positive.
It scares the hell out of me. I'll tell you that.
But it's clear that you have a lot of function. So the
diaphragm function.
Yeah. So the question is, do you have?
So why did it not show up on the test? No.
We know that you don't have as many nerves there as you did before.
Once the diaphragm's dead, it doesn't come back.
Yeah. So
this is we're at a scary low mark. There are those moments when I go, man, how'd this happen? Then I don't care about all this noble stuff. I want it back. I want my life back. Then I get mad at myself for being self-pitying. But sometimes I get so jealous, just literally seeing somebody get up out of a chair and walk across the room. And I know they're not even thinking about it, but I'm watching and going, God, how did it happen? I can't even do that. I mean, how can this be my life? After failing the diaphragm test, I've started new breathing exercises, and recent exams have shown that the diaphragm is now working and getting stronger. But I still need help from science. Just in the last year, researchers have made remarkable progress with nucleus transplantation, which is also known as therapeutic cloning, in which, for example, my DNA would be put into an unfertilized egg, which would never become a human being, but would produce stem cells that would become new nerves that wouldn't be rejected by my body. Too much to watch. The Senate hearing has everything to do with whether or not therapeutic cloning will be allowed in the States. It's been banned already in the House. It gets banned in the Senate. Well, it's going to be a huge setback for science. And there's a bill, and it would make even going abroad to be treated using therapeutic cloning illegal. So I could go to the UK, be cured, come back walking, and get arrested at the airport. How absurd is that?
And this is the most important thing ever, I think, because this is about cure. This is about, means that he can or can't walk.
The eyebrows, I'm constantly trying to, get them to match.
What I would like to say to anybody who's an opponent of the best available research, just to spend 1 hour in a wheelchair.
We're not going for the outside, are we?
1 hour without moving, and that means no scratching your nose, not being able to move a thing. Just try it for 1 hour and then see how you feel.
We must not confuse human cloning with regenerative medicine. One creates a person and should be banned. The other provides a cure and deserves our strong support.
Creating human life simply for the purpose of destroying it is immoral, it's unethical, and it should be illegal. In this brave new world, women's eggs and wombs would be commodities potentially sold to the highest bidder. A complete ban on human cloning is the only way to preserve the dignity of women and protect them from being exploited.
It would be grotesque, in my opinion, to prevent this fundamental medical procedure of taking a cell from a person and putting it in an egg and using the stem cells to cure cancer or heart disease or Parkinson's or delay Alzheimer's.
For the record, I'm a C2 ventilator-dependent quadriplegic, and that means that I'm paralyzed from the shoulders down and unable to breathe on my own for the last 7 years. I've not been able to eat, wash, go to the bathroom, or get dressed by myself. Now, some people are able to accept living with a severe disability. I am not one of them. Therapeutic cloning is done without fertilizing an egg. It can be strictly regulated. If we also enforce an absolute ban on reproductive cloning, we will not slide down that dreaded slippery slope into moral and ethical chaos. Today, 100 million Americans suffer from serious or currently incurable diseases. 54 million Americans are disabled. Our government's supposed to do the greatest good for the greatest number of people.
I should have phrased it. We have a salad, mozzarella salad, and chicken, which I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with yet. Looking good, right?
People won't give up. There's like he looks like totally, frustrated.
Do you want tomato on the salad?
Yeah,
What are you doing? You're in the bathroom or something? Where are you?
Holding a chicken in kindergarten.
Holding a chicken. People often ask me, how do I keep motivated and how do I keep my spirits up? Well, I have to be honest and say they're not always up. The most disabling thing about being disabled is a feeling of hopelessness that you can't make any difference, and that your situation won't change, unfortunately. That's not my state of mind. No, I have to admit that keeping really busy is crucial. I think maybe after a sign of progress, we need a new paragraph there. I'm writing a book about my perspective 7 years after the injury. There's a lot of political content in it, so this is not a self-help feel-good book. All there is fun and humor and parenting and spirituality, and there's also hard-hitting stuff on advocacy, politics, recovery. Okay, that's the ball game. Done.
Save it. 'Cause that would count.
Done, done, done.
Come and hear my sad, sad tale about a village gone to ruin.